Hey guys, CJ with Georgia Astronomy. Hello. And as the video preceded this showed, it has been rainy and cloudy in Georgia for like 4 weeks. Other than that, I've had like one sucker hole night for a couple of hours, and by the time I got everything set up and had a polar line and I got everything going, the clouds rolled right in, so I probably didn't get more than like an hour's worth of data, if even that. On this particular video, I'm going to be showing you my setup on the CEM25P. I know y'all have seen the mount, which I really haven't gone that much over in depth with, which I plan on doing. You've seen the 61. I don't think you've seen it though, as I've put it together. So I've gone through 3 iterations now of how the mount is set up, along with the OTA, my computers and everything like that. And I finally got to a point to where I'm finally satisfied with it. So I don't know if y'all have that same issue or not, but you know, I'll get a setup put together and then I'll refine it over the course of, I don't know, you know, a month, 2 months, 3 months sometimes, just trying to route things a little bit differently, improve on my balance, just all sorts of things like that. I don't know if you can relate to that or not, but I know for me, every single time I've changed the setup, I go through these, you know, revisions before I finally get it the way I exactly want it. And then, as luck would have it, then I change again to something different, which then has to have more revisions in order to get everything set up. So I'm going to show you what I've got now, which I'm pretty happy with. The cable management on it, I'm not that thrilled with. I don't know about you, but I'm actually naturally OCD. I actually have a very bad OCD tendencies on a lot of things. The cable management really pulls that out of me, because I just can't stand cable messes everywhere. I hate it. And so I'm still working through that part of it. But right now, the initial setup and everything, I'm really proud of. I'm really happy with this particular setup that I've got. So I'm going to show that to you and let you and get your feedback. I don't know, what do you think about it? So let's go over there. Hang on. So yeah, so obviously you've seen the CEM25P. That's it right there. That was the new edition this year. Went from the CEM60, which I sold spring or summer of last year. And when I decided to get back into it again, I went with the CEM25P, which has actually been a very good mount. You can't find them anymore. They've been replaced, I think, now by the CEM28. Or 28G, one of those two. So it's like a 3-pound upgrade, but Ioptron makes a great mount, and I've actually been really pleased with this so far with the amount I've used it. A couple of things I don't like about it is the clutch system, but we'll go over that later on. But anyway, so here's the Radian 61, which y'all seen when I did the show that initially in the review, and of course the Radian Optech designed focuser that goes with it. And so a couple things I've done. Obviously, I've added all my dew straps, you know, here and here. Got them all cabled up, and you can never get these small, you know, small. I don't know why. I guess it's because you know you're going to run cables all the way down. But God, that's such a pain in the butt. I wish they'd made some that were smaller. And I actually looked to where you could shorten these yourself, but it's such a pain in the butt. I'll just wrap them up. I don't particularly care. But I paired it up to this Orion mini guide scope, 30mm read guide scope, and this is an ASI 290mm guide camera that's on it. And then of course I'm rocking the ASI 183mm with filters, LRGB and narrowband, which of course reside in the housing here. So on the setup, I did a couple of things different. I was using a Lenovo mini laptop, well, excuse me, mini PC. It wasn't actually a laptop, it was a mini PC. It was about the size of a brick. I was using that for a while, and it finally the bed. So it was time for a new computer, and I wanted, what I was doing before was actually routing my cables, a USB 3.0 cable from the rig back to the computer. And so I was actually running wires inside, and I didn't really like doing that. I wanted to, you know, be able to be Wi-Fi. So I did change that up a little bit. And what I went with is, pull this up here. What I went with was this, and this is I believe it's an Azul or Azure. I can't remember. I'll post it up. Azul, excuse me, it is. It's right there. It says Azul. This is a little mini computer. I've done reviews on many computers before on the old channel. I may do another one for this channel. I'll especially review this though. But this is just a nice handy dandy little form factor computer, which just sits down right here, strapped to the mount. And I got this as a new addition, which is the Pegasus PowerBox Advance. So this is not the Ultimate, and it's not the base mount. It's kind of in between, and it's not the Mini. Couple of cool things and the only reason why I got it, because I didn't need a full blown, you know, I just didn't need the big one. It's got four hubs, 4 USB 3.0 hubs. It's got the input, of course, a space for 2 dew heaters, and 4 power outputs, and that works perfectly. So my the 290, even though I could actually route it to the 183, I've got it separately into the box, and then I've got one that goes over to the focuser, and then a USB back to the camera, and then finally there's one USB that runs to the hand controller for the mount. Only using 3 powers on here, so I got one for the camera, one for the focuser, one for the mount, and then of course my 2 dew straps. So the other interesting thing about this, I could not get the brackets for this. I'm not sure why. I can't remember why I couldn't. Well, you know what? I know exactly why I couldn't, because you can't find anything right now as far as astronomy needs in the US. I mean, you can, but you can't. But I couldn't get the brackets, and I thought, you know what? I'll figure it out. And in the past, I've always, put, heavy duty Velcro on it, and I've stuck it to the rings here on other setups. But I didn't like that this time. I didn't want it hanging off, and I didn't want the orientation to be screwy. And I really wanted to use a bracket system, but I could not find any brackets. And what I wound up doing was I happened to have 2 of these little, they're little, almost like angle iron. It's not iron, it's galvanized, but it's kind of like corner locks, that you would staple or screw into wood in order to keep an angle, a 90-degree angle. So what I did was I actually just oversized 2 holes in the base of it in order to mount to the holes here on these rings, and then drilled 2 more smaller holes I just happen to have these thumb screws from some other setup I had, and I use those to go into the holes that are actually designed for that, for the Pegasus brackets. There's holes here specifically for the Pegasus brackets, and if you know what the size are, you can do it. So I just used a piece of angle, little piece of angle metal there, and made my own, and it's fairly secure, doesn't shake around or anything. So yeah, you know what, if you don't have to pay for it, why? Why bother? Other than that, yeah, the main power for the Pegasus just comes up through on this branch here, along with the power that actually is going back down to the mount, and then of course the USB 3.0 cable. So the 3.0 cable is the only thing that goes back to the Azul here. Yeah, so there we go. That's the new setup. More videos are planned to come up. I am kind of taking the channel in a little bit different direction than what I was doing with the Roswell Astronomy channel, which hopefully you'll like. You'll appreciate a little bit more. I got some great feedback when it came from the other people about showing off other people's work, showing them their setups, things like that. Had some great ideas that some people had submitted to me on email, which I thought were actually intriguing, and did not realize exactly what y'all wanted to see. So new changes are coming. We're still going to keep the format, obviously to be educational as well as some entertainment, but also kind of give you a little bit of a more personal inside look or view behind it, because apparently y'all like that. Not sure, but of course, there's only 175 viewers, so I guess it is what it is. I'll give you what you want. I don't particularly care. This is fun and entertaining for me at this point. So yeah, that's it. If you have any comments, God, you know what? If cabling drives you absolutely bat crazy as it does to me, put down in the comments below. How do you get around that? How do you figure that out on your own? And if you got some ideas on setups to make life a little bit easier, by all means, please put them down in the comments below. If you have not had a chance to, please make sure that you subscribe and like the video, share it with your friends and family, and let's shoot for 200 subscribers by the end of 2021. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm kidding. I may actually be there. Anyway, you get a little stir crazy when it's